everyone, this is Maria and this is my husband Joey.
Hey.
But Joey has started to work on a new Halloween project. Joey, you want to tell us what it is?
Oh, this year we're going to go with the main centerpiece this year is going to be like a small travel trailer. So what we're going to do is we're going to have like a little small travel trailer selling pumpkins in a pumpkin patch. So we're going to have skeletons selling pumpkins.
And Joey, did you piece together cardboard to make this template?
Yeah, because it's kind of hard to find cardboard that big. So basically I've glued together different sections of cardboard, but it's going to be okay for this because we're going to kind of make it look like a rundown, you know, beat up type of trailer. I got big pieces of cardboard and glued them together because even the large pieces of cardboard may not be large enough for get into really big projects. So what I did was I actually had glued cardboard together. Here's an example on the board. This is the opposite side. What I did is I put, these are weights.
Oh, because you glued it down? Glued it together?
Yeah, so what I did was...
And then you use these as weights, right?
Yeah,
okay.
So you can see the shape of the trailer that's on this thing. To get this, you can see how many different pieces I had to put together. There are actually 3 different pieces.
Of cardboard.
Yeah, 3 sections of cardboard. And I laid them together. And then I put a reinforcement strip in it.
Okay.
This here is the reinforcement strip.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did was I had laid the cardboard together. Then I spread glue at the seam. Put this cardboard on top. And then I put weight on it. Make sure that the glue went sucked through each panel. And that way, once it's done, then you have one really nice big piece of cardboard.
Oh, okay.
So, and you know, it doesn't have to be perfect because you can fill it in later. But now what I'm going to do with this thing is I will cut the shape of the trailer out to match the other side. So now that we've got the panels all glued together, ready to go, next step is to cut out the shape to match the other side. Safest way to do it is one of these knives. Do it like this, and then just change the blades often to have a sharp blade, because a dull blade, it can become more dangerous than a sharp blade. So you always want to do that. My choice, which I don't necessarily always recommend unless you work with it a lot, is razor blades.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. You're just so used to doing that.
Yeah, it's just that I worked with razor blades for 40 or 50 years, so you know, I cut myself enough times to know not to do what to do, what not to do. But
yeah, definitely don't use the single razor blades.
But yeah,
I would
you can use
that
one of
instead.
these, and then you can cut it. Just make sure the blade is sharp. I'm going to cut it with the razor blade because I can go really fast with the razor blade.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So,
but remember, you guys, use one of these instead. Where do you get these? Like at the hardware store?
You can get anywhere, hardware store. Get a good one.
What brand is it?
This one's a DeWalt.
DeWalt.
You know, good ones. You know, the difference between a cheap one and a good one, maybe $5-6. Get the good one.
Okay.
Because then, you know, it's a lot more solid. It can handle it, the cut better, and everything else.
Okay.
You have to keep in mind that cardboard has a grain. Find a piece of cardboard here. Okay, cardboard has a grain. Can you see the grain?
Oh, okay.
See, it's got holes on there.
Okay, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, on the edge.
That's the same grain on that side and that side. Okay. Now the other side, you can see there it doesn't have the holes.
Okay.
Okay. When you're cutting this way, it cuts like butter. No problem.
Okay.
It's always a lot harder to cut this way. So you're going to have to put a lot more effort into it. But you have to use the grain of the cardboard to the way you're building something.
Okay.
It's always better to build when you have like this tall object right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the grain going upwards.
Okay.
Because that gives you strength this way. you get a whole lot more strength because it's really hard to bend cardboard this way.
Okay, so I can see the grain
Yeah,
here.
see the grain right here?
Okay, but it's going vertical, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it's really hard to bend it this way, but this way it bends real easy.
Okay.
So in this project, everything's going to be pretty much upright like this for strength to hold everything up.
Okay.
But when I build this part all the way across, I'm going to be putting it this way so I can actually shape the curve of the trailer. I'll be able to make a nice curve because I can shape it that way.
Okay, guys, this is why Joey does this stuff and Maria doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you're going to start cutting, Joey?
Yep. So I'm going to cut with the razor blade. So basically you just cut a line. I'm just going to do it live here to show you how fast this can really go. Now when you get to the double, where you put this reinforcements, it's going to get a little bit harder. And so you just keep cutting. I'm going to go ahead and show you to do it with this tool right here. You know, you can do the cut.
Joey, I think it seems safer using the tool.
Yeah, it seems safer, but you want me to do anything the same way? As you can see, it just cuts through. Now as you can start getting through the grain, it takes off.
Oh, it's a little dark over here, you guys.
5 minutes, and basically now we've got the sides of both trailers.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
So here, do it this way.
All right.
So now they're going to go together like this, and then now I just have to make the band that goes across the whole top.
Oh, okay. And it's just going to be a wide band, right?
Yep. Just maybe I'll have to do once again. I'll have to section pieces together.
Okay.
Because I don't have a piece of cardboard that long, so. But then it'll be.
And that's why you do that. You section the cardboard pieces together because obviously there's not a piece of cardboard this large.
Yeah. And then just to hide everything, you can see all the reinforcements. Right there.
Oh, okay. You have some tape, like duct tape.
Well, no. See, it's right here. This
Oh, okay. You're talking this
one.
right here.
And
This
then
right
here's
here.
the other one right here.
Okay.
We're going to put those on the inside so they don't show up. That way we can be more decorative on the outside. Last scene we had both sides cut out. So we had both sides. Now what I've done is I've gotten another piece of cardboard. It actually took me 2 pieces of cardboard. I actually started at the bottom. And what I've done is I've wrapped it up to here. And it actually goes from right here at this yellow tape line, goes all the way up, around, across the top, and down the front, across here, and it goes to about this yellow tape line right here. So, and that was actually 2 pieces because I couldn't get one piece of cardboard long enough to do the whole length. So, and what I've done is basically just, and this is very light. I mean, it just no weight whatsoever to it. And how I've attached it, I've just laid it on the ground, and then I've just made little corner tabs all the way around. And that's what holds the top to both sides and keeps it all intact in one piece.
Did you glue those?
Yeah, they're all actually cut and glued. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of cardboard, bent it like this, and then I've got a gusset. And then I just glue the gusset in, and that's what keeps it all together. Pretty much, once I get all the gusseting done, then I'll come along and I'll remove all the tape off the outside that's holding it all together until the glue sets up.
Okay.
And I mean, you can see how really light this thing is.
This is going to be so cool, you guys. This looks so cool, Joey.
So once I get it all done, then I'm not going to go too crazy with this one because this is just a Halloween decoration. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put tape on the edges to finish it. If you want to really go crazy, you can actually finish it. But you know, for a one-day Halloween prop, it's going to look good. Because then once I do the taping, then I've got to cut a back window out here.
Okay.
And then I've got to cut a window on this side. I'm not sure what size of window I'm going to do on this side.
Okay.
And then on this side, I got to put a small window. So it's going to have a door right here, and then a small window here. And then there'll be a window on the front, just like a little travel trailer. 4 feet wide. It's kind of make it like a cartoony looking trailer.
Okay.
So it's not the exact dimensions of a trailer. It's kind of like a cartoon.
So you can see how wide it is. 4 feet.
Yeah, so it's really narrow.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't want to go too narrow because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack pallets.
Okay.
And then I'm going to nail this thing to a pallet so the wind won't blow it away.
Oh, okay.
So I've already taken all the tape off, so everything's all solidly glued together on this thing.
Okay.
So the actual shell is ready to go. The next step I'm going to work on is the wheels. That's going to probably be that's really the toughest part to do. It may not seem like it, but it is. So what I've done is I went ahead and I lifted up the trailer to about the height that I want it. So it's about the height that I want it off the ground. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and measure the wheel arch at the widest point. Well, we're at about 20 inches. So I'm going to make wheels that have a 20-inch diameter. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to have to make a round wheel. So we're looking at a wheel with a 20-inch diameter. So it's got to be basically a 10-inch radius. So what I'm doing is I cut a piece of string 10 inches long. And what I'm going to do is I have loops on each end. This makes it simple.
Oh, okay, loops on each end.
Yep. And then basically I get a marker and I get a piece of cardboard. I'm just going to go ahead and stick it in somewhere. And
Okay, so what do you have on the other end? This right here, a little tiny screwdriver, right?
I just put a tiny screwdriver just to hold the string in place.
Oh, okay, so that's why you had 2 loops.
Yeah, 2 loops, one to hold it in place, and then the other one just to make the circle. So now we have 1 circle. That way it's easier to do it this way.
Alrighty, I had missed that. I didn't see that.
Okay. And so basically this way, if you do it this way, it's easy. You just scribe out 4 of them real quick, just like that.
Okay.
So then what we do is we're going to go ahead and basically cut the wheels out. So when you cut the wheels out, you're basically going to get 2 of them, 2 copies, one for the inside of the wheel and one for the outside of the wheel.
So is this double cardboard here, or it's just 1 layer? So you have to do it twice then?
Yeah, basically you have to mark out 4 of these.
Okay.
And cut 4 of them. So here we have 2 of them that are already cut out.
Okay.
So one's going to be the inside of the wheel, and then the other one's the outside of the wheel. Then you just got to figure out how wide you want the wheel. So kind of keeping with the caricature look of this thing, I'm going to actually make it have like a racing drag slick. So I'm going to put it a little bit wider. If it would have been regular, I'd probably make a skinny tire like the little trailers have, but I'm going to actually make some width. So this is the easy part. Now what we have to do is what you do is you have to get a piece how piece of cardboard, the width of the tread that you want. So in this case, you know, I'm looking at making it this wide.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what you do is you cut a strip the width of the tire. You're going to need 2 of those, 1 for each wheel.
Okay, 2 of these.
Yep. Now, if you really wanted to practice your math from high school, you can try and figure out the diameter versus the radius times pi 3.14 equals circumference to figure out how long this has to be.
Joey is a math whiz, you guys.
But I'm going to do it the eyeball engineering way.
Okay.
What I do is go ahead and stick the wheel down here. You make a mark right here and on the wheel.
Okay, on the wheel and on that strip.
Yeah. And then you just go ahead and roll this around. Where that comes, you make the other mark. So that's the exact circumference of the wheel. So this is how long this piece is going to have to be.
Okay.
To go all the way around this wheel.
All right.
Okay. So once you cut it down, then comes the part that it's a little bit tougher. Now, you got to get it around this wheel. Now, if you try to get a piece of cardboard and try to wrap it a circle around a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, that's how my wheel would look, like a Flintstone wheel, like a car from Bedrock City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be kind of hard to make a round wheel this way. So the whole trick is what you do, you get this piece of cardboard that you already marked out and you cut to length.
Okay.
And then you have to break the inside. So the part that's going to be on the inside of the wheel has to be broken. It has to be broken all the way down the length. So how you break it, you put it on the end of the bench and you just do this. You move it about a ½ an inch, 1/4 of an inch, and you just keep doing this all the way down.
½ an inch or a 1/4 inch,
Anywhere
right?
between a 1/4 and a ½ an inch.
Okay.
And basically you're going to break it. So when you break it, you can see how this is not broken? Mm-hmm. And here it's broken. You have to break here and there, but it's not going to, it's always going to bend at the break. So you want to put a bunch of breaks in it.
Okay.
So what ends up happening when you're done,
He has one all done, you guys. Look at that.
see all the breaks in it?
Yeah.
So because it's broken, it curves really easy this way, and then the outside stays smooth. So,
Oh, wow. Awesome. Yeah. How long does that take to do, Joey?
I mean, just breaking it probably takes about 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Just going down the length of the wheel. And so then what we got to do, once we get this all to the correct length and everything,
Okay.
then you get one of the wheels.
Okay.
You put it on here like this. Get a piece of tape.
Okay, there's a piece of tape right there.
And what you want to do is you want this to be flat on the bench.
Okay.
And then you bring this so that the bottom edge of this thing is flat on the bench as well. And so you just stick the tape on it.
Oh, okay.
And then you
Underneath,
just
right.
Yep,
Okay.
and then you just keep
Oh, that's what all these pieces of tape are for.
Yep. So you basically
Okay.
keep going around and around, and you just keep getting it really tight up against there.
Okay.
So what it looks like is
Awesome.
it looks like kind of like that.
That looks great, Joey.
So then this way, this is going to be the outside diameter, and you can see what popped up. That this wheel is actually flush with the edge of this thing. So once you go all the way around,
Boy, Joey, you got this all set up while I was out shopping.
that's it. So now
Looks
that
like
you-
a hat box.
Yep, basically like a hat box. This is what it looks like, all taped up, ready to go.
Okay.
Now, the next step I would do with this thing is I would go ahead, and you can see how close it's all matted in there, all the way around. I'm just going to go ahead and put glue on this whole thing all the way around.
What kind of glue? The wood glue?
I'm just going to use wood glue, basically. You know,
Okay.
it works good on cardboard. Then that way, once that has set up, then next comes this part where we got to put the other side on. Now we can't get to the back side to glue it, so we're just going to be gluing it on the outside. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and set this inside. We want to set it on the inside just like the other side.
Okay.
So we're going to line this thing up, and then it's going to get a little bit tough on this end right here because you got to
little
work.
tight.
It's going to be a tight fit. I recommend like a credit card or an old credit card, and you just kind of work it in.
Oh, okay, kind of like putting on a tight shoe.
That's it, like a shoehorn.
Like shoehorn.
So then.
That's why I was wondering the other day when I came home and he was using our debit card.
Yeah. So there you go. Now it's.
Joey, that looks great.
Yep. So just like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and just glue the outside edge. Let the glue run down inside of it.
Okay.
It'll dry, and then we're going to have a solid wheel.
Nice, Joey. Great.
So now it's got a wheel. I'm going to start the gluing process on this.
Okay.
And then at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and start figuring out, this is going to be the back side. So on this one, I'm probably going to have a window here.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other side, it's going to have a door
Okay.
and a window.
Okay.
So the next step now is to cut the openings out and then frame all that and reinforce it. And then it's after that, it's ready for paint. Okay, well, we're at the point now where the wheels are both done now. So pretty much all I'm going to do with the wheels is I'm just going to go ahead and paint them black and then just put like a center cap in it with a different color. So those are the wheels. So, and then we just kind of sketch it out. She's okay with the way it looks right here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting an opening in for the door, cutting the windows in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut right through here like that, and then just scour. I'm actually what they call a score. And on this side, I'm not going to cut it, and then that way it'll open and close. And then I'll just put like a doorknob on it, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut the windows out. Same thing right here, just cut the windows out, and then I got a bigger window on the other side, and pretty much that's going to be it. Like this, is always trying to do it on the cheap. So you buy the mismatched colors, and they're only like $9 a gallon. So
I really like those colors,
Yeah.
Joey. And so the trailer is going to be pink, right?
we're gonna probably do it pink with the pea green trim. Right now we're at the point where I've actually just cut the windows out, make them look kind of jagged, so it looks like like Halloween-y. So and then I've also, the wheels are all back. The wheels are together, and I actually painted them black.
Okay.
And they're actually attached to the sides of the trailer. So you can see inside the window here, where basically what I did was I went ahead, I had some foam blocks around, so I just cut the foam blocks and I went ahead and I just glued the bottom of it to the top of the wheel, and then I just glued it against the side of the trailer. Now, if you don't have foam, you can just get a small box. Do the same thing with the small box. Just glue the box to the top of the wheel and then glue the side in there, and that'll work as well.
And the purpose is it holds the wheel in place,
It holds
right?
the wheel in place, and it's actually holding the trailer up right now. Wheels are, because the wheel, it's actually attached. I've got the front of it propped up because I'm working on the tongue right now, but it's actually supporting the trailer right now.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
so we've got the wheels mounted, the windows all
There's the
cut
other one
out.
right there, you guys.
Yep, the windows all cut out.
This is cool, you guys.
We got the doorway.
Nice. And you just use your razor blade, right?
Yeah, basically a razor blade, or the knife. You can use either one. Change the blades out a lot, especially when we work with cardboard, because it will definitely dull the blades out.
And it's not an X-Acto knife, right? It's
No.
What is it called?
Basically, you go to the hardware store and you can just go in the knife section and they'll have those cutters. It's actually like a box cutter.
Oh, it's a box cutter. Okay.
Yeah. So like on this side, you can see the wheels. The wheel's been installed. It's supporting the trailer. The windows are cut out. We got a door. I'm not going to put any hinges. So what I do is I actually just cut the three sides, and I just basically scored this part right here.
Okay.
So it
bends.
So it bends. So it opens and closes.
Nice.
So now I'm working on making basically the tongue area of the trailer. So what I've done is I had some of these square boxes that were really short. You can see how they're fat, but they were too short, so I just glued them together here. I got tape right now holding it together until the glue dries. But it's got to butt up against the front of the trailer, and then it's got to meet here into like a V.
Okay.
So, but because of all the different angles, this thing, if it was straight, you know, it would be no problem. But we have multiple angles here that I have to deal with. So I had to cut this angle this way to get the angle to make a V up the front.
Okay.
And then I also had to cut this angle to meet the curve of the trailer.
Okay.
So, and then what I did was I basically started, and so I just kind of rolled these edges in, and then I'm just going to glue that up against the trailer right there, and then glue these corners right here. But I'm going to be making a top piece that's going to go all around this thing, and it's going to hold it all together. Now we're at the point right now where I've just got to go ahead and finish up the tongue, get all that done, and then it's pretty much going to be ready for paint. Oh, just kind of cleaning up the edges with tape.
Okay.
Kind of make them a little bit where the cardboard edges are showing up a little bit. I'm going to try and get rid of them. You know, I feel like you got a little spot right here. So I'm just trying to fill it all in, just make it all even. So.
Okay. Are you preparing it for paint, or are you going to leave the tape on?
No, the tape's going to stay on.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're going to do a really nice job, you can finish it, but this is only a one night use. And then after that, you know, we'll put it on the curb and say free. So we're ready for paint now. So pretty much I just put some tape on all the seams and everything just to kind of fill them in a little bit, just to make it a little bit better. Wheels are mounted as before. You can see that they're on there. So, and then I did finish the tongue on it. So we got this part right here, and you can see it's all attached. So it's all ready to go.
Yeah, you added the tube.
Yep, added the tube, like a stand for the front of it.
Okay.
I was going to go ahead and put something across.
And then what's this right here? This right here, is that glue?
Yeah, that's I use that like a filler, so it would kind of fill in the gaps and stuff.
Okay, but it's just wood glue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, check it out.
Looks like icing.
I know, huh?
Gonna put that on the floor?
Yeah, so I don't get paint all over the floor.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna get some spots, you know, like there's a broken piece of the cardboard. So you got the little holes there. You just kind of fill them all in.
Oh, okay, because the paint isn't soaking in with the roller, right?
Well, what it is you know, this guy, see right there is a bad spot in the cardboard. But
Okay.
we're trying to make it look rustic, and so we're not going to worry too much about it.
Okay.
So.
You did this in just a couple of minutes.
I know, huh?
I just stepped into the house, you guys, and I came back out, and he had already gotten this far. It looks great. It's gonna look so cool, you guys, in our front yard for Halloween.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and paint it with like a light green from here down approximately.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to probably put two like scallops across here from across the front. I'm going to go ahead and measure. I think I'm going to go ahead and start. This looks like a pretty good height. So we're looking at about 32 right there. And I'm going to go ahead and do it 32 on this end. So eyeball engineering. So that's where the green's got it laid out real quick. And so right now we're looking at, painting it to be green from here down with 3 green stripes separated by pink lines. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to go ahead and start painting it pea green.
Okay, and then you put the tape all the way around on both sides, right?
Yeah, it's going to go the whole bottom from about here all the way around is going to be green.
Okay.
And then from here, these stripes are going to go around to the other side at the same spot. Okay, so we got the 2 colors on it now. I'm going to let it dry for a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and take the tape off of it. So, and then during the week, I'm just gonna go ahead. I gotta do some more paint, just a little trim work and stuff like that, and it's pretty much good to go now. It dries, but you can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at here.
Oh, look at this, you guys. Looks nice. Okay. Let's follow him. The door's opening. It's a little dark in here, you guys, in the garage.
Oh yeah. It's getting late in the day. Now I got left to do is I just gotta, paint like a hubcap on it.
Okay.
And paint, I'm gonna put some green trim around the windows
And around the door.
yeah, and then just do a little bit of trim work up in that front part, and it's good to go.
Okay, and then you're gonna put like some creepy cloth in there in the windows.
Yeah, we'll put creepy cloth in the windows, and so my buddies, my new buddies. Yeah. So this is our finished product. So you can see it's we already hung all the lights around the trailer. We put all the little dummies in here.
They're not dummies. They're little pumpkin people.
Little pumpkin people.
Okay.
And then we got the salesman for the pumpkin patch, sitting there trying to figure out who these pumpkins are walking around in front of his yard. And you can't forget about Scary Lou.
That's Scary Lou.
Yeah.
I actually bought her at Michael's a long time ago.
Oh yeah. Yep. So
And she talks. She talks too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. So like I say, pretty much finished product. We can put the pumpkins all the way around, all through here on this side.
Oh, and the spooky tree, Joey. Oh my gosh, look at the shadow of the spooky tree.
Yeah, we got the spooky tree all lit up and everything
Yeah.
too. So, we'll see what it looks like in the dark with all the lights lit up on it. I did go ahead and paint some trim work around the windows and around the door. I painted the inside of the door green just so it kind of reflects the light a little bit when the lights light up on it. But then we went ahead, like I say, we put the skeletons in here. We got some of this, what do you call this?
Creepy cloth.
Creepy cloth. So, got creepy cloth, and we even got creepy cloth on the back window so it should flop in the wind. So,
Okay.
So, and then you can't see it, but I've actually got the inside of this thing lit in purple.
Oh, cool. So
So-
that's going to show up in a while once it gets dark.
Yeah, so
And you can see the distressing also
Yeah.
right there around the window and
Yeah.
just all around the trailer.
yeah.
And oh my gosh, Joey, what about the hubcap?
Well, yeah, like I say, pretty much the only thing I've got in this whole thing right now is just a couple of tubes of glue, like for about $3 or $4 worth of glue, and a hubcap that I had laying around. So,
And how old is the hubcap, Joey?
it's late 50s, early 60s Ford.
Wow.
So,
That is so cool, you guys.
Yeah.
And so, but anyways, Joey, you did a fantastic job.
yep. Like I say, this project's done for this year.
Okay, all right. And so, you guys, I'm going to come out in a little bit and just do a tour. And so I'll go ahead and link that video.
That's it.
So thank you so much, honey.
Yep, that's
So
it.
thanks for watching, everyone, and happy
Halloween.
Halloween. Okay, talk to you later, everyone. Bye. He's waving. The
That's it.
skeleton is waving.
Yep.
This is so cool, you guys. So much fun. Look at that. Oh my gosh, he moved all by himself. Did you see that?
Did you see that?
Maybe this trailer,
It's
this Halloween
possessed.
trailer is haunted,
It's possessed.
is possessed. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.